Auro. Hello and welcome from Denmark. My name is Ro, and in today's reading, I am going to focus on what is your subconscious trying to tell you. And it might be something that you don't want to hear, or it might be something that you already know inside you, and it's hidden from you. And for today's pick a, actually I'm calling it pick a sound tarot reading, because for each pile I want to play a sound which will also allow you to really connect with your subconscious and soften and relax you. And it's just very simple. So each pile will have a sound that I'm gonna play. You're not gonna see the instrument, so you just really feel into the resonance, into the sound that speaks most to you. And it can be maybe that it makes you feel comfortable or even uncomfortable, because sometimes this deep subconscious is, it really requires a little bit of discomfort to confront it. So I want you to really connect with your intuition here and feel into which sound resonates the most. But to help you further, I'm also going to pull an animal spirit for each pile that I'm going to first do now. And then I will just go ahead and play the sound for each pile. And then I will also put all the, you can find all the description down below in the comment section, or just, clicking in the option of the video. So you can go directly to the pile that resonates the most with you. Yeah, I think that's pretty simple, very straightforward. Just really feel into the sound. So we have the cosmic egg spirit for pile 1, person 1, pile 1. I feel like this one. So then we have the gazelle for pile 2. My cats are around, so you might hear them making sounds or coming up and interrupting. And then we have very straight on forward the fox. Amazing. So tune in already to each pile and just take a deep breath in and just soften and just listen and open your deep ear. I'm gonna start with pile number 1, sound. Pile number 2, sound. Pile number 3. All right. So really feel into these 3 different sounds and take your time, pause the screen also, or go back and listen again. And I will see you, each of you, in your reading. Hello and welcome, pile 1. You chose the first sound, which was this one, and you also got the cosmic egg. And I also have some oracle cards that I'm gonna pull, plus the tarot, but I already feel that there is something major shifting in your life. I had this strong feeling in me that you are somehow facing a big ending, and even though there's a lot of color here, there's a lot of light, and there is something needs still a little bit of shedding, of kind of just shifting skin or getting new skin. And I feel that much is also coming, but there is something that bugs me deep down. There's something tainted or tinted, and nothing wrong with the darkness and with, things that do not seem clear or straightforward, as long as, we want to bring awareness and become conscious of it. And I think this reading, like the purpose, the aim of this reading is, what is your subconscious trying to tell you? So it already hints at an openness to want to work, to do that deep work, to uncover, to become more aware, more open, more receptive to your deep intuition, to your highest intuition, to your lowest, to all kinds of ways of being that you are, that you have. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm gonna start by pulling some oracle card. I'm gonna pull 2 of these. Of this herbal, very amazing herbal oracle deck that I'm listing down below. I'm gonna take this one and the Moonology deck as well. These we're gonna look at a little bit later. So what do you subconsciously need to unblock, need to be aware of? What is your subconscious needing to reveal to you? What is moving deep subconsciously? I hope I'm saying this correctly. Another one. And I'm gonna go ahead with the tarot. I'm gonna leave this on the side and just begin with the tarot. So what is your subconscious trying to tell you? What is moving? What is happening subconsciously? In which situations do you find yourself? I already saw the Page of Cups at the bottom. So let's see. I feel like shuffling the cards also in this way. I'm not really good at this. But it does the work. So what is your subconscious? What is moving subconsciously? What messages you most likely don't want to hear? The King of Pentacles, which I also already saw while shuffling. The Three of Swords. I'm going to pull one more to start with. And the Queen of Pentacles. we have the Five of Coins at the base. So already, like starting, I see two people and the Three of Swords in the middle of it. So there has been a heartbreak, there has been a heartache, there has been a breakup, there is something piercing this heart, this mutual heart. I'm gonna go deeper and pull more cards, but I already feel that these two are somehow very similar. The King of Pentacles is very grounded. It can relate to an earth element, astrological sign, but it can also relate to someone that is very fixed, that is very defined, that is very attached to what they are, what they have, to the definition that they have of themselves. So there is, it's a very grounding, it's a very, it's not just representing abundance, because this often speaks of not just of a person. It can be an entity, it can be a business, it can be a family, a constellation. And I feel that these two are, there's polarity here. There is reciprocity. There is I want to say, I don't want to say equality, but there are two really opposite balancing energies here. The Queen of Pentacles is the mother, the caring, the practical, grounded connection to life, to force. We have father and mother figures, so we can also be speaking of the archetypes of mother and father, the relationship, the traumas, the formations we have from the father and from the mother, from a whole constellation, ancestral lineage. But then, when we move further, we also, looking at the bigger picture, then we have two people that meet. And it's not just two people meeting, it is two families, two ancestral lineages, multiple souls meeting. And we see this. And this is powerful. It's not, this is actually, there is blessing here. There is power. I'm almost feeling like crying, because there is so much awakening here. There is, this heartache, when we come through it, when we go through it, this is what awakens us. And, going through these experiences, it's necessary. It's like necessary evil. And I don't want to say this for you to believe that, that we should, we also need to kind of, let go of these concepts. But it's like we need a certain, accident or shock at times to wake up, to go deeper, this is what brings us into the frequency of the heart. This is what opens our hearts. There is a heart opening here. It's so clear, it's so powerful, and I would like more information. I want to open this. The Five of Coins at the base, the Five of Pentacles. Maybe there's also, I was thinking of the Five of Cups. Speaks of two person going through, something tough. Like, is also like a choice at times. Like, we need to go through certain, whatever you're going through, it's necessary for you. Whatever you're going through is part of your growth, part of your ascension, part of your also even dissension, because you are integrating also your shadows with this reading. Like, we're going deeper into what is subconsciously moving, why you chose this person, why there is a heartbreak, why there has been a breakup perhaps. So what else, what more is happening between these two? I didn't think this was gonna go in this direction, because I think a lot is about relationships, soul connections, soul tribe, soulmates, twin flames, monadic flames. I mean, you name it. There's so many concepts, and I just feel that we simply share soul with certain people. We do. We are not just one person, one entity. Okay. What is happening here? What is moving subconsciously? I want to pull one more down here, and I want to pull. We have the feminine and the masculine for some reason down here. Sorry, my camera is moving. And then we have the Two of Swords at the base. With the Ace of Wands, I feel that there has been a spark. There is something has ignited this heartbreak. There was something that came through, gushing through like the wind, like the waves, and it kind of awakened something in this entity or this person. I don't know why I'm kind of feeling, I don't know where this reading is going, because it's like if we're talking about one person, maybe like either you're here or you're there. But something deeply subconscious steered an external event that felt like a really big awakening of energy, rush of energy. It can be kundalini, sexual, sensual. It can be passion, because with this also we get like maybe work, maybe something that is getting in the way. Like there is already a little bit of distance in between this union or this connection. It can also be two aspects of you, like the masculine and the feminine, that you need to deeply integrate, like do some work with your father, with your mother, with the female relationships in your life, with the masculine men relationship. Not masculine doesn't only relate to men. Relationships in your life. And here we see the tricky card. We see this Seven of Swords, and this is really, I have made so much recordings and journaling about this card. It's not just about self-sabotaging. It's really this ingrained, deep unconscious beliefs, patterns, and ways we engage and we adopt and we go into when we are relating, not only with ourselves, but with the world, with people, with, you know, with our work, with our loved ones, with, so there is a lot of unconsciousness here. And when it's conscious, it's really cunning, it's very smart, it's very tricky. It's like I often see this card as the card that represents this when we are I want to say when we are fooling ourselves at times, if we are not really aware of it. Like we are not fooling, oh my god, I cannot find the words, but cheating ourselves can be. So for some reason I see that there is something going on here in between this that has gotten in the way, either both ways. Either it was ignited from one side and has created this heartache, this heart opening, this heart door, this beating heart that is perhaps in pain and that needs validation, that needs softness, that needs compassion, that needs care and work. And okay, I have this really strong light. I want you to look at the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups can become too needy, too smothering. She can become sometimes too overwhelmed when she's not in alignment, when she is not centered, when she's not taking care of herself or themselves. I don't want to just put this as a feminine, because it can also be any person, right? So the Queen of Cups is here to remind you that yes, your feelings are welcome. Yes, you need to self-validate them, but it shouldn't be all about that. There is also other elements. There are other things going on that we need to be practical and clear. We're missing the swords here. The only sword we have, well, we have this one, which can be useful at times in certain situations, but it can most likely go against us on the long run, or go against someone else, or really not support from a loving place, whatever situation you are in, but more like sabotage it, or go in the against it. It kind of goes against, it blocks somehow. I feel it doesn't feel lighthearted. There is not a lighthearted energy here, even though we have the Ace of Wands. I want some more information. What else? What is this? What's happening here? What is deeply subconscious? Because maybe somehow what has ignited this Ace of Wands and this heartache is because something needed to break. Like maybe deep down your subconscious needs a shake-up. Like your soul or your spirit is begging for a new start, a new spark. And I'm not saying this to for you to understand that you should go out and find a new person and not commit, because there's a lot of commitment, there's a lot of care here. There's always a way. Sometimes relationships are just gone. There's nothing you can do. They just fulfill their purpose. And I want to figure out if this is what is happening here, or all kinds of relationships, not just romantic. Just keep that in mind. But sometimes it just also just really requires that we that we shake things up a little bit. That we start fresh, that we, clean cut something out, that we cut something out. I don't know what I'm saying, but okay, so we have the kin. We also had the Two of Swords, which tells me that there is confusion, there is a stalemate, there is a decision, there is a choice, there's two people involved here, three people, maybe Ace of Cups. There is love here as well. There is different people here involved, different aspects of a person or two person. What is happening? Is this King of Cups and King of Pentacles the same? Is this... And it's so interesting that we have Queen and King, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles. What is happening here? There's four people. Are these four people? I think the Oracle cards will also help us to see more. Give me two more cards. I want to clarify. Are we talking about four different people? Are we talking about two different people? Are we talking about a triad? Often this speaks of a triad. The Two of Swords also can speak of mystery, confusion, indecision in between one and the other. There's options. There's hesitation. There is stalemate. There is a setback here. The world, there is an ending, there is an expansion, there is a need for, there's love, there is, wow. Ten of Swords. I'm getting a lot of grief here, a lot of ending. I think that there is maybe you've gone through a breakup. I think you've gone through a breakup, and there's these two people that seemed very suitable for one another, but something got in the way. There is different aspects of each other. There is different shades of who you are that were not being met. I feel that there is probably, you were not being met in a sexual way, perhaps. Maybe there is, because this often speaks of a rush of energy. It can be when things go really fast, really, really smooth. We get the Four of Cups here. So I think there's options. There has been other options. There has been other things moving. And I think that maybe for one of you, you are in a state of setback. I feel that you need to integrate something deep emotional here. There's, this speaks of maturity. This speaks of emotional wisdom. This speaks of integration of something. And here on this side we see the world. So someone is already on their way out, or is already out exploring and dancing. And there is also this somehow connecting me with the cosmic egg. There is a sense of freedom, of expansion that is going on that you cannot simply just avoid. And even though there's heartache, there is also a lot of freedom, I want to say, a lot of love, a lot of fulfillment. Or if it's not, there will be. Wow, what a reading. I want to pull some of these oracle cards. I'm getting, I don't know if I should just say that it really feels that there's this polarity. There's just these two people that perhaps met. Let's say that you were in a relationship, but you met someone else, but not because it's about the cheating. And I don't want to just say this here and shame or put any shame on it or anything. It's not about the other person. It's about where you were, where you are, and how you were in this other relationship perhaps, and how you meet someone else that meets you in a different, very deep, meaningful aspect of yourself that you were not perhaps being met. And I feel this is also about learning to relate in a different way, learning to stay also. This doesn't mean that you're leaving someone, and yet not abandoning these other parts of yourself that need nourishment, that need food, that need energy, that need recognition and validation. It's like when we put so much into one person and one relationship, it really doesn't go that way. It doesn't work and serve us that way. We have different layers and different aspects that need to be met, and sometimes we meet people that are needed. There is this big soul family that we are, and that we are destined to meet, that we need to meet in order for us to awaken, to move out, to expand, to go into the heart, to go through a heart opening. So all the souls, all the people that you're meeting, all these persons are really necessary for this overflow. We need them. We need each other, and it all comes down to love at the end. So how we integrate, how we also not abandon ourselves, it requires a lot of maturity from both sides to stay, to be honest, to integrate, to communicate, to work things out, and not to shut down one or the other. So let's see, we start with this one. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. We're going to see a new moon in Sagittarius in December, I think. So maybe there's something significant there happening, or something that is meaningful. When it comes to your subconscious, I feel the message is about integration, maturity, honesty, and seeing that everything that is happening is really the most lucky thing in the world for you, shifting the perspective. I feel also we don't have a lot of swords, so there is really a lot of energy, a lot of awakening, a lot of passion, a lot of heart, a lot of love here, a lot of dedication and work. So it's all really, really lucky. It's all really powerful. So let's see, number 2. We have conclusions are within reach. Yeah, I mean, I also feel that, this situation here happening is you probably are stuck in it, and it just feels that you have to just, settle down and trust this process, trust that conclusions are within reach, and that everything has a solution with the right communication and the right maturity and energy and openness. I was getting this of like 2 people, and 4 people, 3 people, whatever is happening, there is people involved that are needed for you to open your heart. It's really there's a heart opening here. There's a shift in your consciousness. In your consciousness. That's why we don't see a lot of swords. And the swords we see, there's 2 and really powerful ones, because the 7 of Swords is, it's really, it's like the bad weeds we need to cut in order to let the blossoming of certain herbs and flowers to come out. Not that you need to cut all the bad weed. Is necessary at times to be, to be smart and I don't want to say cunning, but kind of like very analytical and very planning and very observant of and smart of your own. Like, you need 7 of Swords to get rid of 7 of Swords. That's you need that awareness. But what I was going to say about these 2 people is that there is a little bit of maturity here. There's different sides of these 2 entities that are coming into play, and that you're meeting. And it can be that you need to step back a little bit and really find the most auspicious and conscious, mature way of communicating and relating and working this out. We have the 8 as well. So there is something there is some avoidance here. I think there has been some avoidance. There has been some running away, escaping of something that is coming crashing down, or has come crashing down now. And go to Kola, higher consciousness, number 17 is meaningful. Number 17 is meaningful. Maybe the date. I feel that higher consciousness, and I was just speaking about that there is a change of consciousness, of heart consciousness. and where you've been operating from these identities and these beliefs and these relational ways. And I feel you're going through a heart awakening, and it could be that you're going through a hard time where you are avoiding and escaping into your work and into some movement, some travel, some fast decisions. This person is perhaps, like this speaks of travel as well, of expansion, of there's something here that is coming now from me. And then we have, so we have that. And the last one, last but not least, I'm covering some of the cards. I didn't want that. Valerian. I think I got this one in one of the last readings, and it's coming out again, number 44. Emperor vibes, maturity, direction, discipline. I guess this feeling, both of these figures are kind of levitating, meditating. So there's got to be some time for you to integrate and to nourish this awakening and this. I feel like you need to meditate or to learn certain practices that can help you embody this maturity. It's gonna take some time to move through this, even though things are happening quite fast, even if you don't see it that way. But I feel that you need to. There is some time needed for you to integrate and to. There's got to be some practice or something, some acceptance of whatever situation we have. There's something that you need to accept, and that you need to set the time out to integrate and accept of yourself and this other person, perhaps. Of yourself and whatever has happened, of how you've handled this situation. I hope this really helps you. I really do. I hope this is bringing some clarity, and just trust that this is happening because it has to happen. It's for this uplifting, this, heart awakening, this, moving you from one level of being, from one place of being to another. And the last message I want to say is that it's okay to not like the same things, not want the same things. It's okay to want to explore new things, to, just take the time. This is taking time. This needs time. This needs patience and acceptance. All right, pile 1, I'm gonna leave this reading here, and I will see you again. Please please subscribe. I was almost gonna forget to say this. Leave me a comment, let me know if this resonates for you, and I really hope it does. And just, let's stay in tune until next round of Pick a Sound. Hi. Hello, pile number 2. You chose this sound, which also comes with the gazelle. And I feel some regal, motherly, Mother Earth, like family energy here with this pile. Maybe there is something within your family, within your something with family, something with the female, with the mother. Let's see. So I have I'm gonna take some tarot, and I'm gonna take some oracles as well. I'm gonna just pull a few oracles first, and we're gonna look at them later. So what is your subconscious trying to tell you? What do you need to be aware of? Your subconscious motives, movements. What is happening for you on a deep subconscious level? Most likely you don't want to listen to this message, or you yeah, sometimes it's like those things we know that we don't want to hear. So I'm taking 2 of these. So what else? What else is there for you? Pile number 2. What is your subconscious, deep subconscious? What is moving? What is wanting to burst out from you? What do you need softness and awareness with on a deep subconscious level? Okay, taking this and this. I'm gonna look at these cards later. Just going to put them here and let's see what is happening with the tarot for you. So, what is the situation? Okay. Oh my. We have the 7 of Swords right off the bat. This is the self-sabotaging techniques, as I call it, card. It's a card of, sometimes can be positive. Let's see what else wants to come out here. Oh, wow. I think I can kind of feel already what's happening here. I'm going to start with these cards. We have the High Priestess. Okay, my dear pile 2. I feel that there is something happening for you. There is, I think you are meeting new people. I think you're meeting yourself, anew. I think there is someone around you, maybe different suitors around you, that are, courting you. And it can be not only for a woman, but it can also be for a man. And I feel that something it's kind of, it feels shady here with this energy. Like it seems that this Knight of Cups is kind of like rushing into this connection, this energy, this movement, into this, Queen of Swords, which is giving its back to it. Maybe you're giving your back, maybe you're not aware, maybe there is someone that is, we have different energies here, different people. Like we have 2 people perhaps. And I feel this Knight of Cups is, I want to say not to be trusted, but I also don't want to say that. I want some more information, please. What is happening here? What is your subconscious knowing about this connection or this relationship? Or it doesn't necessarily need to be a person. It can be a situation, a new venture. The Queen of Swords here stands very firmly with her truth, with her wisdom, with her intuition, with her discernment. And you need to really follow this. The High Priestess it's also here, guiding this. So I think that already, like it's like when you're starting something new and someone wants to really take it really, really fast. This is where this comes in and says, hold on, I need to step back. I don't like this way. I need some boundaries. I need to take it slow. It's like, are there some red flags here? There is also a connection with these colors and these colors. So the story goes or can go with patterns of you, of attracting certain type of people that, are there loving in the moment. Yeah, this is an amazing loving energy, but is this what you really want? Are you looking for that? Are you looking, what are you looking for? And we have the 4 of Cups. What else? I want more information about these cards. I want to know more about the Knight of Cups. what's happening here with the Knight of Cups. I want to pull this one. Okay, whole different energy and vibe from it. Okay, actually have the Tower and the Magician. I think I'm getting now like a whole different vibe from this reading. I think that this Knight of Cups connects with and there is a healing that needs to take place before you can open yourself to love and connection. I think you've been going through a tough heartbreak, heartache, and you're still there. You're still in this, limbo, and there are things coming your way. There's energies. There's movement. Maybe this is connecting to the past, to something that has happened that still lingers in your deep subconscious. There is a need for healing, for forgiving, for integration, I'm not saying that it's the same energy as the first reading, but there is this theme of the heart. There is the theme of heart awakening, and I think that collectively we are moving into the heart. A lot of us are beginning to operate from the heart center, and this requires a lot of heartache, literal heartache, literal pain, literal, there's got to be a lot of ending, a lot of pain, a lot of shedding for us to be able to elevate and transform and, set ourselves in this subtle frequency of the heart that has such a heart mind discernment. And I feel that you are still in this state. There's still, a process. You're still not fully unready. And I feel that there has been a lot that was lost, that has been a stake, or that was, I want to say that there has been a lot that was hurt, that was lost with it, but it was necessary, it was needed. I think that, ultimately, what do you really want? Also, when you are beginning to open yourself up for love, and this goes for men and women, to be really clear from the beginning with what do you want. And in this heart awakening, heart elevation, heart door frequency, I think right now we are living in times where there is this longing, there is this need for connection, for community, for family, for souls to connect and to unite and live together in harmony. But there is also a lot of what it was and how it was and how it has been, a lot of the ancestral baggage and learnings we have had and that we've been educated by and with, that does not goes with this new consciousness and these new ways of being. And I think that this is what's healing, this is what's happening, this is what's coming out for me, that there is a need for understand what your values are, what your needs are, and if you can actually, if this is really something that goes in alignment with your with yourself, with others. There is the theme again of family here. There's the theme of legacy. That means that that's been healing, that's been at the center. Maybe you're coming from this identity or this pursuit of something, of an ideal, of a dream, of being in family or having a family or being a mother or being a father, and the reality that you've met has been just heartache, endings, rupture, disruption, because deep down I feel that, are we here for that? I'm just asking you, dear one, are we here? Do you think we are here for just that? Or are we here to what? You know, that's the question. That's the question that your subconscious is asking. And you've gone through this. You're here now in this place where you know deep in your heart, in your core, that there's got to be something more, that there is something else, that is not just, the dream, the American dream, as they say, or the European dream, or the Latin American dream of working, moving, having a house, having cars, having everything, going to the supermarket, buying everything in supermarket, buying the newest stuff, living, in high up, tall buildings, the taller, the better. Is this it? Is this abundance? Is this like the story that we want to keep saying and doing and telling each other that we want and we want and we want more and more and more? And there is a big awakening here. There's a big healing. You've gone through the hell and back, and you realize through this that you have created your reality, and that it's not what you thought. It's not what you think. It's not even what you believe, I feel. And there is a lot of, I'm really happy to see the Magician here. And at the base we have the Six of Wands, and I feel that in this space you've I don't know if you're ready, or if you've been, I think you need to take your time to go out and connect and begin to connect. And you don't have to know exactly what it is that you want. Deep down, we really need people. We need connection. We need kindred spirits. It's not even that we need them, but we are the same soul. And there is just not one person for us. There can be many. There can be a multitude of persons that we can relate in different parts, in different stages in our life, resonate with. And I think that this shattering, this, awakening has come and shattered all your dreams and all your beliefs and all you thought that it was. It's so straight on. I feel this message is coming so straight on from my heart to yours. And I feel that there's a lot of healing here. I think you need, and even if you go and pursue and have kids and have a family, yet deep down there is something more. There is a certain work, there is a certain thing. And it's not because we are here to be, maybe there is even no aim. So you can still have it all. You can still, pursue all these things, and yet there's something else that is calling from you. There is something else that needs your presence, your awareness, your work, your dedication, your full-on attention and love. And I feel like I want to pull more cards for this Tower and the Magician. I'm just going to pull a few more cards because I feel I've said a lot here, and it feels somehow the Moon, the Seven of Wands, and the Empress. I think you really, I get the feeling that you probably have a lot of things, and you're still not really satisfied in life. You're still not full on feeling complete and whole. We have the World at the base. I feel that there is something in your life that feels incomplete, and it gives you a lot of sadness, a lot of confusion. There is, and I don't know if you know, I don't know if you think, you think it is becoming a father or a mother, or what this is. What are you here for? What are you here for? Yet we see the Seven of Wands. I feel that you've been, in this case, this feels like a very protective, very like you have all the definitions and all the resources to go about your life. Like you're very firm and grounded in who you think you are and who you've been. Yet there is an energy here that is wanting to come through, that needs, I don't know why I'm getting that this Seven of Wands, instead of being setting boundaries, I feel that there is something that needs to drop. Like you need to drop something, you need to let go, you need to jump into something in order for you to there is something that needs to break and collapse, and it gives you a lot of confusion and a lot of there is an illusion. There is something that needs to collapse about what it is that makes you feel so incomplete. And maybe it can be just so simple. Maybe it is as simple as just saying, yes, I want to make a family. Because even though I was saying this thing with, are we here just for that? And yeah, life. I contradict myself a lot in these messages when I'm reading. There is a lot of that. There is a lot of contradicting energy, and I feel it's happening here. And even though we are here for a reason, for a purpose, we need to connect. There is a specific thing we're here to do. In particular, everyone it's meaningful and precious. Yet there is something like it doesn't need to be a big accomplishment that we are here for. Like we're not all meant to create and do big things. And I think there is something here, there's some contradiction regarding the theme of family, of fatherhood, motherhood, of what it is that you want. Because at the end, it's just, we're here to do whatever we want. That's also the Magician as well. And I feel that there's something that needs to break for you to discover the simple joy of just trusting and surrendering and jumping into this full-on trust and complexity of life that can be also very simple, become simple. And there is a lot of healing that is happening, that has been happening for you. There's a lot that has gone, and there's probably more that needs to gone. And that gives you a lot of anxiety and a lot of distress. And you have to go through that. You have to go through that, those boundaries you have set yourself off. So let's see. Let's start with this one today. Dandelion, wounded healer. And I feel also that you're a special one. You have this really that's why, bro, you've been interested in many different things. You've been confused about where to go, what you want. And deep down is because, it can be anything. You can be all of it and none of it. You can choose whatever you want. You can be a mother, you can be a father, you can be a magician, create your own enterprise. You can be create a big business. It's really about, just welcoming it all aspects, all layers of who you are, and just surrendering to all of it. And surrendering to the confusion as well. Eventually that will give you clarity, and you have a huge capacity for that with that Queen of Swords. So I feel that right now Chiron, the wounded healer, is here reminding you that what you've gone through, what you're going through, it's because you can bear that, you can go through this, and it's because you have this ability to heal yourself and perhaps even heal others, help others heal. With the Temperance card and the Magician, there's a lot of magic here. And the Empress always wants to take us and lead us to our best life. And our best life is not just one. It can be anything that you can dream of, and you will know that. You will know what will spark your heart, what will bring you excitement. You will know that. You know that already. Kava, community. And I said this with family. I feel like this is the theme for you, of just finding your soul family, your tribe, finding where you really are belonging. I'm thinking of this ugly duckly story, like how it goes through so many things and many experiences to find at the very end of the story its own kind. And there's this theme here with the 10 of coins, that it's really not just about creating a family, but just finding this community, the soul connections that we have here. We've come here, and I think this is for me the meaning of this life. For me is really people, connections, soul, love, supporting the earth in this ascension, in this change, supporting other beings. Your commitment is being tested. I don't know why I feel like crying. I feel like you have to cry. There is a lot of things that it's good to cry out. And commitment to what? What are you committed? What are you keep fighting for? What are you keep defending? What can you also just surrender and drop down to? Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn, January vibes. I feel that, yeah, you're still going through this. You're still going through this thing. I feel that there's hope. There's always hope. There's healing. I know you're a healer. You're a healer. You can heal yourself. You have these magical abilities to heal others, and you have to go through this threshold, through this initiation to traverse the doings and undo some stuff. There's some stuff you need to undo in order for you to ground yourself, ground your healing energy, ground your power, your discernment, your new heart awakening, heart mind, heart consciousness. Very powerful energy here in this reading. I hope this resonates for you. I know it will if you're still here listening. And I thought that the reading would stop, but it didn't stop. So just want to say that if you, just like, subscribe, give me a comment, and hang in there. And yeah, thank you so much, Pile 2. Take good care. See you on the next one. Hello, Pile 3. You chose this sound. And we have some oracle cards that I'm going to pull out, and then also we have the fox energy here with us. With the fox, I feel such a genuine and light and loyal energy. It's such a beautiful, light-hearted, almost childlike energy. And I'm gonna put it here, and this is the tarot we're gonna be using, and I'm going to pull some oracle for us that I'm going to look at later. So let's see, what is your subconscious, what is your subconscious trying to convey to you? What is moving subconsciously? What is happening? What is moving for you on a deep subconscious level? I feel like this one. Sorry, my camera moves. There's mistakes here. There's things going on. So bear with me. It's not the best setup that I have with the light, but it is what I have. Let's see what wants to come out for you from these cards for later on. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. This one. Actually, this one. Okay, so we're going to take these cards for later. And let's see with the tarot. I'm describing and putting all the tarot decks that I'm using below, so you can check it out. Okay, we have right off the bat these cards. I'm going to start with the High Priestess, the Knight of Wands, and the Magician. Oh my god. And at the base, we have the Ten of Wands. I think that right now something feels rushed. I feel like you want to rush into something. I feel that there is so much fire, so much energy moving through you. There is this need for creating, for movement. But the High Priestess is there saying like, hey, not everything is as it is. Not everything is clear. There's not a green light just yet. We need more information. This can also speak of a person that is mysterious, that is not revealing everything all at once. This can also speak of someone that is kind of the opposite of the High Priestess, like full on, straight on, going straight into the fire, wanting that adventure, that connection, that passionate energy. And then we have the Magician, which is, you know, what is this Magician about? It's not clear for me yet. What is this Magician trying to say to us? We need more information from the cards. High Priestess. So we have two major arcana. So whatever is happening, I think you want to, there is a creation of some sort. There is an enterprise. There is something that makes you so passionate, so excited. I also saw at the base the Ten of Wands. So there is, you know, I think you're really trying to build something. You're trying to accomplish something. You're trying to create something. The Nine of Swords, the Empress. The Nine of Swords and the Empress. What is it that you want to create? What is it? Where do you want to move? Getting a different energy from the Knight of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Page of Swords. And the Six of Wands. I think that, first of all, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that you need to take into this equation that gives you a lot of worry. And I think that whatever it is that you're creating it's really having all your energy and all your efforts, and you've working hard for this, and it feels very substantial. And um, with the Empress, I feel like this is somehow what I was gonna say is that I get the feeling of someone really focused on their business, or maybe this is relating to a business or to um, some collaboration, something where there is a collaboration towards something here. The Empress speaks of your most truest, authentic self, your most, um, the Empress always wants to lead to that way of living that is abundant and luxurious. Not all kind of luxury. It can also just be what that is to you, what that means to you. Like, what are your like pleasures in life? What kind of life you want to have? What kind of lifestyle you have? And I feel that with this Magician and this Page of Pentacles and Page of Swords, there is it feels completely new. It feels exciting. It feels that it really requires of your full on learning, open-hearted learning disposition, and mental also. Like, there's a lot of mental stuff, new mental stimulation and clarity for you, but then there's also something that feels very, very substantial, but very, it's like you're in the early stages of something, but maybe you are a mature person, or you've reached a level of maturity and you're starting something anew. Like, you have come to a certain age, or development within yourself. And I think that this new start that was spiked or inspired or ignited by something mysterious, by a connection, by a woman, by a man, by an adventure, um, I think that you need to leave something behind. I think you have to. There's something that you're moving away from. And there is this kin and this Page of Pentacles, which speaks of a mature, grounded entity, person, human, but also a not a not a not that developed also aspect of it, or a different person, or a different. I think that there's people here. There's, like, you're moving. There's the sixes. There's the theme of reciprocity, giving, receiving, taking, being appreciated, being seen, daring to be seen, energy, passion, connection. There is, I think that whatever endeavors you're taking, what your subconscious is trying to say is that there's got to be fairness, there's got to be equality, there's got to be truth, honesty, integrity in whatever you're doing, because you got the Justice card here at the very base. And I want to keep pulling cards because I feel like I need more information. Is this King of Pentacles someone you're dealing with? Is this a part of you? We have the Swords here, and I think what this tells me is that I think you have there's a big choice here going on. There's a big transition. There's a big priority. We have the World again. The World has been coming up in all the readings. So there's a big completion of a cycle. There's a big ending. There has been a big transition. And this feels that I think you are at the verge of a big choice, of a big move, And I think you need to take time out to really connect with what it is. What is this mysterious thing going on? What is this path? What are your priorities? Because the Two of Pentacles, it's a choice, but it's also about priorities, about where are you putting your energy, what are you dedicating your energy towards, to where are you most needed, what is the most important thing for you right now? Is it your expansion, your move, your freedom, or is it this new venture, this connection, this build up of something, learning something, studying something, moving away from some comfort that gives you lots of worry? And I think that this magician energy is there reminding you that you don't need possessions, you don't need anything to create the life that you want. You don't even need money. I mean, you can create from nothing. You can create from the elements. You can create with the nature, as long as it's in alignment with your truth, with integrity, with that vertical, clear line mind of discernment, with honesty, with so many swords. I feel there's so much worry. Whatever you're moving into, it's like deep in your subconscious, there's so much doubt, there's so much insecurity, there is a lot of anxiety. This big shift is given you. Even with the magician, the first thing I see is the sword, which is pointing down. And I feel that even though we have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, it's heavy. So there is a heavy energy. Also the Eight of Swords here. Temperance. Because I was wanting to take, and then we have the Two of Swords again. I think you are in confronted with either too many options, or there's a lot going on. It feels like very chaotic. This energy feels like you really need to define what you want, where you are, what is best for you. Like you need to really clear and cut all the distractions, everything that is taking your energy, stealing your energy, and come into a form of balance, of integration, of rest, of to take time out to really decide what it is that it's essential for you right now. Because I think that there's a choice. There's somewhere you feel trapped. It's like you're trapped in your own comfort. You're trapped in your own, in something that probably gives you a lot of financial stability, or a false sense of stability. But I feel that you want to move towards something else. I feel this need for freedom, for expansion, and I think that it's important that you take the time to heal, to integrate, to decide, and to prioritize, what is essential for you right now, and to cut through. There's something that needs to be cut through, I feel, with this reading. I feel I need to also close it because I'm having some issues with my camera and with the light, but I also feel that it's somehow very clear, this message, that there is confusion, there is a longing, there is a need for movement, for creation, but there is a sense of feeling stuck, feeling caught up or tied up to something that gives you a lot of comfort, or that has supported you, or that because I feel the need for really tune into your deepest knowing, and it's connected to your subconscious as well. And I feel that you really want to move away from something. I think you are somehow doing that, but there is a lot of need for rest, for integration. Let's see what comes through the oracle, because this always brings a lot of clarity. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. I think something like this came before for the pile 1, where there was you can also try reading that one and see if it relates to you. It was totally different, but maybe there is something connecting there. And it was something about luck, like luck is on your side, or whatever what's happening, it's about luck. And here we look at the bigger picture, like and I think this is connected to you, like, knowing where you're going, to have that clarity, that awareness, that certainty, that truthful connection. I think there is a legal decision, there's a parting ways with something that gives you a lot of heartache, a lot of confusion and anxiety and a lot of doubt. And I feel that you're tied up to something that you want to free yourself from. And in the bigger picture, the bigger picture, and so 2 years from now, even 6 months from now, 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? What do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? And I think this is the magician somehow. A time to give rather than take. I think this ties up into this justice card that we saw as well. Because maybe in this equation, you will end up losing something, but if you look at the big picture, you will actually end up winning much more and gaining much more. So be aware of that. Be aware that whatever legal battle, whatever thing needs to be loosened up, maybe there's got to be, there will be some sacrifice there. There will be something there. There is something there. Shisandra, grace. I think that whatever you will be going through, whatever you're going through, whatever connection or severance, you need a lot of grace. You have that grace. You do got the queen of the 9 of coins and the empress. So there is some, I think you have, there's a lot of sophistication within you. You have there's this mysterious aura around you. You're really, you are a high quality person. And I think that maybe you're dealing with someone or something that you want to part ways with, maybe a business partner of some sort that you need to deal with, that can be, perhaps this person can be mature, maybe you have to sacrifice something with grace and compassion for the sake of your freedom and this expansion and this place you want to go into, where you are more, better seen, better reciprocated, and better validated and understood, perhaps. I don't know. I feel there's something of that here, perhaps a partnership where, things have not been equal. And maybe it's also on your end. Maybe it's something also that you need to acknowledge. And then there is something that feels unfair, that where you need to really bring fair into this equation. Dragon's blood, anima mundi. I think whatever is happening, there is some tears, there's some blood tears that will come up. There's a sacrifice. There is something with a sacrifice here. Sacrificing something. All right, pile number 3. I'm gonna leave this here. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Share your experience, share your insights, share your subconscious. And I look so much forward to seeing you again on another Pick a Sound tarot reading. Ciao and take good care. Aura.